What's up, guys? It's your girl Matt Cox from A Couture Crafting. I am your quilty BFF, and we are getting ready to discuss all things QuiltCon Couture. I'm getting ready to make this a series of sorts. So today we are talking about shoes. If you've never been to QuiltCon, it is a huge thing. It is basically my Super Bowl. It is the Modern Quilt Guild's quilt show. And it's huge. It's really a big deal. It's something that we all look forward to. I'm very excited. We have 44 days before QuiltCon happens. Oh my goodness, I can't believe it. So I'm getting ready to show you guys, oh, I'm dropping shoelaces. I'm getting ready to talk to you guys about how you can add your personal stamp to whatever you're wearing. I'm going to give you some ideas of things that you can do. We have 6 weekends. We have plenty of time to craft up some items. There's 4 days. You might not even be going all 4 days. Maybe you're only going 2, but you want to give yourself a little zhuzh. You want to give yourself a quilty zhuzh. So I'm talking about shoes. This was all the rage 2 years ago. Oh my goodness. It went crazy, and it's still going crazy. Shoes are still a big deal. We are probably going to see more quilty shoes than we have ever seen before. I'm anticipating all the quilty shoes. So this one here, I made this one with, this has my fabric on one side. It has Tula's fabric on the others. I chose a white sole and a black sole. So I bought 2 pairs. That should yield me, this would be 2 pairs of shoes, obviously. So if I do this properly and I make another pair that matches with this, I can switch them however I see fit, because I don't mind wearing a white and a black sole. It kind of makes sense for my brand. That's one of the things you can do, is just buy 2 and then make a couple of pairs of shoes. Are they comfortable? For me, I'm a big girl, but you can switch out the soles that are inside if you need to with this particular kit. Again, this is the one through Old Town Quilt Shop. So if you want these, you're going to need to call her and ask her what you need to do to get these. I like these because the innards are already cut out and everything for you. I really enjoy that. And I love these because it comes with pre-perforated shoes. I do not want to be sticking my own holes. There's another company where you do that, and I don't love that for us. I think I need as few steps as possible, but also I'm not making the world's most the best constructed shoe. That's not what we're doing. So again, I bought 2 different pairs, and in my mind I can make another pair that matches these, and then I will have 2 different pairs of shoes. I can mix and match. I can wear them together. I've got options. In my original video, I talk about how you can fussy cut and get whatever you have to lay parallel with the shoe. There's a whole trick to it. That does not just happen. And of course, I added embroidery because I am an embroidery gal. And so I added a little embroidery into my shoe just to, again, show off my personality. And on top of it, I made my own shoelaces. And I even found the plastic that you put on here. It's just shrink plastic. I know that's not, there we go. Is that focusing my face out the way? It's just shrink plastic. I show you all that on my first video with these shoes. Now, let's talk about who else sells these shoes and these kits. So if you want to learn, Old Town Quilt Shop, she might even be having a session coming up. I don't know what their schedule is, but that is where I went. It took me 2 days, and you have to come with your stuff already pre-quilted, and you're like, does it really take that long? It really does take that long. It took me all of the 2 days to finish those shoes my first time around. If you are used to doing it, there were ladies who did it much faster because they knew where they were going. Me, it took me the whole time, but I chat a lot. I'm going to get up and eat the snacks. I don't know. But it is a 2-day class, and it took me all of the 2 days to finish my shoes. And that is coming in with the things pre-quilted. That was Old Town Quilt Shop. And also, notice that, again, I have a binding on this shoe. There are people who do shoe tutorials that do not have a binding. I like the binding simply because it gives me another place to add another pop of color, which I quite enjoy. If you are looking to not do that, Quilting with Bethany, who has Crafts with Bethany, Crafting with Bethany, Crafts with Bethany. She has a YouTube video. There are a couple of videos that have recently popped up. Before, there were not any. There were no videos about how to actually put the shoe together. Craft with Bethany walks you through the whole process. She has a YouTube video up that she just put up maybe a month ago, and it's doing really well. She does not do the binding method. She turns hers. Then there's Quilting with Alyssa. She was one of the first people who was doing this quite a bit. I don't know if she's still teaching classes, but she also does the method that is turned. Now, I went to Houston and someone popped up out of nowhere, and they are, are they Patchwork? What's the name of it? Patchwork Kicks. Patchwork Kicks is really cool because they have the entire kit for you, everything that you need to do the shoe. Because yes, you will have to punch some eyelets. Yes, you will need a sewing awl to do the stitching right here. They have the shoe, they have it pre-punched, and I want to say it says something cute on the back, not sneaker kit. It says like create or made or something like that. And her shoe, if you do not have a narrow foot, is wider here at the toe. The whole kit is there for you. Now, there's another company that some of the quilt stores have bought into, and that is called the Shoemaker Academy. Now, this gentleman reached out to me a while back, a couple of months ago, and I never got a chance to actually work with him. But let me tell you, his shoe style is a serious shoe style. He makes shoes for real. If you want the best constructed, that's probably the way to go. But it's not so pre-done for you. Like, I haven't done it, but I don't think that the holes are pre-punched for you, which is not a big deal because he shows you. But for me, I need the hole punches because I want it to look just as exact. I mean, I guess you can measure. It's a whole thing. And then also, I don't believe his insoles are pre-cut, and I just want as much done for me as possible. We're quilters. I am not a shoemaker, but I believe that his are probably the better constructed. In the back of his, he actually has like a support tab. I want to say they're using a foam on the inside. Theirs are constructed to be able to be an actual shoe. These are just, for funsies that are cute. Yes, you can change out these insoles if you need them. I'm a big girly, and I don't know that I want to be walking around with a shoe that is not, made by a company that does shoes for a long period of time. But many people are able to do it and not have a problem. You can remove these and put in whatever it is that you want. But remember, this is a shoe that you have made. So you might want to break yours in a bit before you try to do something like QuiltCon, where you only bring this shoe. I suggest you bring a couple of pair of tennis shoes in addition to this, just in case this is your first pair and you haven't walked around in them and they haven't molded to your foot. It's a whole thing. So again, I don't know, did I talk about patchwork kits? Yes, patchwork kits, they're wider, and the whole thing, the whole kit. And what's cool about theirs is outside your actual shoe, they have different patterns for these. So they have high tops and low tops. I mean, everybody has that option, but they have actual quilted patterns that can go here that gives you a little bit more pizzazz. Quilted shoes are such a thing, and I bet you that company is really just going to keep blowing up. I mean, after Houston, it was crazy. You couldn't get them, and even now, right this very second, I think they're sold out of their full kits, but all that means is that your quilt stores probably have them. So check your local quilt stores to see who purchased the full kits, because that's really what they are. They're really wanting to sell to the quilt stores in addition to selling on their website. I would check them out. They have tutorials also that will walk you through the whole making of the shoe, which is awesome sauce. So yeah, there you are. There are 5 ways. You can call Old Town Quilt Shop, which is where I did mine. They are in California, and she teaches classes, and she also has, she'll be able to tell you where to buy the supplies for your shoes. Then you have Quilting with Alyssa, who was one of the first to do it. She teaches classes. She does not have an actual shoe pattern, but she does teach classes on the turned out version. Then we have Quilts with Bethany, Crafts with Bethany, who has a class out right now on YouTube. I don't believe that she has any of the supplies though, so you're gonna have to outsource your own supplies. Then you have Patchwork Kits, which is the new company on the block, which has every single thing that you need to actually put the shoe together for a great price. I want to say it's like $80 for everything, which is amazing. And then you have the Shoemaker Academy, who also has kits that you might see in your stores, but they're the ones that you actually have to punch the holes and you're going to have to cut out your own. I don't think it's called a last. I don't know, your insole or whatever. Not a huge deal. They also have YouTube tutorials that will walk you through the whole construction of the shoe. If I can do it, anybody can, but just know that it's going to take you a couple of days to do it. So set aside some time to get your design and quilt it up and piece it, however you want to do it. But again, I think that quilted shoes are going to be really cute. They're going to be a huge hit. Everybody is going to have them. You would not be out of place if you showed up with a lime green shoe to QuiltCon. All right, so this was the first in our series of QuiltCon Couture and what to wear to QuiltCon. I'm very excited about this series. I've come up with, I think, 16 different ideas for you to zhuzh yourself if you'd like to. Put yourself in a quilty zhuzh. Until the next one, guys. All right, bye-bye.